Chris's Chaos. I am your host, Chris Cortez, and tonight it is Sunday, September 10th, and we are going to cover Night 2 on the Road to Destruction, New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're going to get right into it. It was a good card. Was able to finish it up tonight. And I got to say right off the bat, it is a good setup for what's going to take place on September 24th. We do have a couple more cards coming up before that event, that major event. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get right into it. So this was held on at the Korakuen Hall, Tokyo once again. You know, it was a little bit more wild, a little bit more ramped up with the crowd. A lot of good stuff to cover here. I mean, just right off the bat, we had grand total of about 7 matches. So I'm going to go ahead just like before. I don't know why I thought it was 8 matches the night before, but tonight it was 7, just like yesterday or the night before. First match, Yo and Ryosuke Taguchi versus Takuma Chinoku and Doki. Doki, he ended up doing double time today. 2 matches tonight was Doki. Doki was all over the place. That was a fun match. Yo and Ryu, they got kind of like their redemption win. Then you got the second match with Honma, Wado, Umino, Nagata. They got a little bit of redemption against what can be the Suzuki Gun or the second coming of Suzuki Gun. And then you got the Yano, Yoshihashi, Goto match versus Bad Dude Tito, Shane Haste, and Mikey Nichols. This time, again, another redemption match for Hashi, Goto, and Yano. And who takes the fall? Bad Dude Tito, another member of the match. Again, one who is not a member of the challengers for the IWGP tag titles. So they're just trying to keep both the challengers of the tag titles and the champions safe, leading up to their inevitable collision. Then you got the fourth match, Doki, Taichi, and Sonata. Originally, Kanemaru was supposed to be competing with Taichi and Sonata. He runs right into the ring, blows his knee, and it looked pretty bad. I mean, we're going to get into this. They take on Sho, Yujiro Takahashi, and your boy, Evil. Really got to get into it with Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I really hope that everything's okay and it was a work. But it looked pretty legit, so we'll talk about that. Then you have that fifth match, television title, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kojima. This match really did feel like a little bit of a deja vu between, of Sabre's match with Oiwa, though Kojima, I think, did take it to him a little bit harder. It was a good match. It was definitely a good match, but those last 2 matches were epic. I mean, there's a lot you could do in a 60-minute time limit when you got the never open weight 6-man tag team championship match. I gotta give it up to all 6 of these guys. I mean, some of these guys are like really pushing their age, and they really showed off what they could do at a very, very veteran time in their careers. I mean, it was amazing to see these guys go at it, but we'll talk about it. Definitely a top match of the night. But that last match, that elimination match, you got a 7th match between LIJ and UE, essentially United Empire, and a lot to cover there. It was a great card. A lot going on with New Japan. So we're gonna get right into it. But before we do, please hit that like button and click on that bell. Get that subscribe button in. I'm getting awfully close to 100 subscribers, so looking forward to it. I'm also available at Channel Cortez 33 on your Instagram and Twitter. So, yeah. So we're going to get right into it with night 1. Night 1. First match. This is night 2 of Road to Destruction, with the first match being Ryosuke Taguchi and Yo versus Doki and Takuma Chinoku. Bell rings. Taka and Ryu start this off with some chain wrestling. Ryu gets the hip attack. This is the second one, though. So Taka takes control, tags in Doki, who maintains control with his kicks in the corner. It's the snapmare and the drop kick, pin attempt, head slam to the corner, tags in Taka. Taka keeps Ryu on a corner with his boot, snapmare, claw, little face rub with his boots. Taka just keeping it simple and effective. tags in Doki, double team, drop toe by Taka. Doki with the camel clutch and Taka back with the drop kick. So it looked pretty good. Near fall by Doki. They run the ropes and Doki blocks the hip attack, but not the second one. Ryu makes the tag to Yo, takes out Taka, Huracan to Doki, then a plancha back to Taka. In the ring, fisherman suplex near fall on Doki. So Yo's on fire. Suplex attempt avoided by Doki and Sagiri avoided by Yo, but gets hit by Doki's lariat. Then you got Taka tagged in with some stomps to Yo, running front kick, pin attempt, whip to the corner, and another boot combination to the ankle. Then the kick near fall on Yo. Face lock on Yo. Then Ryu comes in with the save, also takes out Doki. Kick by Taka to Ryu, but a double hip attack to Taka. So Yo hits the up and over across the knee, and Ryu hits that Bomoye wheelbarrow into a code breaker for the pin victory. So Yo and Ryusuke gets the redemption win. They look good working together. And then second match, you got Tomoaki Honma, Master Wato, Shota Umino, and Yuji Nagata versus Yuto Nakashima, El Desperado, and Ren Narita, as well as Minoru Suzuki. So Umino comes out the crowd, this time right to where Charlton's sitting. Just say, what's up? He's holding a black leather jacket. I'm not really sure what's going on with that leather jacket, so somebody help me out here. Looks to have a tag, some sort of tag on it. Not really sure, but he goes to a kid in the crowd, gives him a little bracelet, what I imagine is a little VIP bracelet. Suzuki and company come out, this time with their young lion, Yuto Nakashima. And again, this match just starts right off with brawling. This time with Despe and Wato starting in the ring, exchanging strikes. Despe, after avoiding attacks, just walks on the back of Wato. Desperado hits the arm drag and the shoulder tackle. In the corner, Wato with the boots up to hit Desperado. Then Wato lands a shoulder tackle on his own, drop kicks to send Despe outside and sends Desperado to the barricades. Suzuki and Nagata still brawling outside. Now the count starts for the legal men. Desperado and Wato, who are back in the ring. Wato with a near fall. Wato lands a hard kick to the chest, sending Desperado hard on the mat. Wato's kicks are lethal. So, yeah. Now on the opposing corner, Umino tagged in. Quick pin attempt. Umino hits the body slam, then a drop kick to Ren Narita. Then the forearm strike to send him to the floor. Desperado is still in the ring as Hanma now attacks, hits the Bulldog after a whip to the corner. This is the headbutt drop. Wato in for good measure. Then Hanma does land on the headbutt drop. Nagata tagged in with snapmares and kicks. He's looking aggressive. Desperado goes low to the knee with a drop kick, makes the tag to Suzuki, who strikes hard with kicks, forearms, snapmare. More forearms from Suzuki into the headlocks. Almost a pile driver. Nagata counters with a back body. They're both up now, exchanging strikes. Nagata is spaced out for a moment there. Can't blame him. But he hits the exploder on Suzuki, then makes the tag to Umino. And Suzuki tags Narita, and they are just taking each other's attacks. Spinning heel by Narita sends down Umino. Narita taunting Umino with kicks, more strikes, but Umino hits the face first. More strikes, but Umino hits the face first, missing the running forearm uppercut, and Narita lands the half hatch into a bridge. So more exchanges. They're going like 0 to 100 real quick. I mean, this was a little bit hard to cover, but Narita lands another half hatch. Yuto Nakashima finally in the ring, looking good, lands a hip toss, running forearm, then Desperado, Suzuki, and Yuto all ganging up on Umino. Big power slam on Umino by Nakashima into a near fall. Then he applies the Boston Crab on Umino. Honma with the save. Big shot by Yuto. A barrage of elbows to Umino, but Umino avoids another slam, hits the drop kick, running forearm, uppercut, stacked pin for a close near fall. But then Umino hits that Death Rider for the actual pinfall victory. Wato sends Desperado to the barricade. Suzuki kicks a Japanese commentator at some point to get a chair from the table. This time Wato, Nagata, and Umino all standing tall with Hanma this time. So again, this was a very interesting match as Hanma is now on the side of Wato, Umino, and Nagata. I'm not sure why he's on that side. and was the previous day with Suzuki Gun. So I will say Umino's looking strong with that pinfall with the Death Rider. He is a star in the making. Really got to give it up to him. Narita also. These two are just, headed for a big collision at some point in the future. Probably closer than, farther away, sooner than later. So looking forward to seeing more of what's going to happen with them. As I look, I'm going to take a look at what's coming between these guys. I don't see much going on. Okay, yeah. Ren Narita as El Desperado and Suzuki. And these are like your three kind of main guys here. They're taking on Wado, Umino, and Nagata. That's really what it's like narrowing down to. That's going to be that best of 7 series match 1. So these guys are really going to take it to each other for the next several matches. Maybe it'll cap off in October. I'm not sure, but at some point I want to see Nagata. I want to see all three of these men take on each other one-on-one. Obviously, we got Wado and Desperado, Umino versus Narita, Nagata versus Suzuki. So that's inevitable. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm totally invested in all these guys. Then you got the third match: Shane Haste, Mikey Nichols, Bad Dude Tito, love that Bad Dude Tito, versus Toru Yano, Yoshihashi, and Hiroki Goto. Yano comes in, he's showing off his DVD, still sells that DVD somewhere. I don't know where, but apparently you could still get it, right? Goto and Shane Haste, they start up with a tie-up. Goto takes the arm, Haste rolls out, nips up as well, and hits the drop kick for a 1 count. Oh, man, Haste is always looking good, never ceases to amaze me. Haste now on, Hashi now on Haste, though. Big chop, sends Haste down. Anytime you see those chops, it's and again, like amazing how Hashi lands those chops and brings down. Let's see, we got Haste then hits the drop kick. Irish whip reverse. Nichols grabs the leg from the outside, and Haste hits the drop kick. So a little tag teaming from Nichols on the outside. Then Nichols again sends Hashi out of the ring. And then eventually right back in for the Tito, who lifts Hashi into the corner, chops lariat, tag by back to Haste, then to Nichols for the double team. Goto saves, but Nichols strikes Goto out of the ring. Tag to Tito, snapmare by Nichols, then over the top, Tito. Just nice little leap over the top rope into a splash. Hashi starts to fight back, gets one big punch in. One big punch by Tito sends it back down. So. And then we got a pin attempt by Tito into a camel clutch, then hammers down as Hashi tries to break free. You got a tag to Nichols, double shoulder tackle with Tito, pin attempt, whip to the corner. Hashi lifts the boot, then a very loud chop. Nichols with an elbow to the back of the head, but Hashi back with a drop kick to the leg. Hashi tags in Yano, who takes off the pad immediately. This is a standard. Yano tosses it to Nichols, then hits him on the head while Nichols is trying to talk to the ref and explain that, he wasn't meaning to hold on to that pad. Yano able to avoid some offense from all 3 of the TMDK members, grabs the heads of 2 of them to bring them down. Tag to Goto, Haste and Nichols block the double bulldog, back suplex into a neck breaker, tag to Tito. Tito coming in hot, hits an enziguri, a deadlift German into a near fall. Tito lifts Goto overhead, Goto evades, hits the Yushikoroshi, and then Haste holding his own against Bishimon until Yano pulls him out. Tito left with Bishimon, who executes Shoto for the pin victory. So this is a redemption for Bishimon, but again, the pin on a guy who is not going to compete for the IWGP Tag titles. The competitors for the titles are essentially shoving and yelling at the champions. It's all building up for October. So for October. So we're looking forward to that. But yeah. Until then, you've got, let's see, there's got to be something going on between these guys. Yes, now you're going to have the 20-minute time limit with Tomohiro Ishii backing up Hashi, Goto, and Okada. So now, it's chaos. It's going to be chaos for TMDK. Tito, Haste, Nichols, Sabre Jr. Yeah, Tito works really well with TMD with Haste and Nichols. Okay, so he looks really good with TMDK. He is like their cop. He's their powerhouse. I love it. So, and yeah, so we're gonna move on forward into the fourth match. Okay, Evil's not main eventing this time, but again, just as effective. Dick coming back out with that 8th IWGP Heavyweight Championship Evil shirt. I got to get one. I don't know. I have to look for it. I might have to buy that shirt because it is awesome. I mean, for those of you that can't stand Evil, are you kidding me? This guy is so innovative. I mean, this shirt could very well potentially be a top hit merchandise sales on the list, a top draw, if you will. And he hasn't even won the title. Okay, and here he is, like rocking this championship shirt. It's great. Charlton is angrily trying to dispute the shirt and what it falsely promotes. They start fighting right off the bat, though, as when Sonata comes in with Kanemaru and as well as Tai Chi. But Kanemaru, I mean, he blows his knee on the way in. And Takahashi, okay, Yujiro Takahashi is just like not even touching Kanemaru. He's like confused. The ref's checking on him. Tai Chi and Sonata are fighting Sho and Evil, but once they finish up a look for a moment, they stop to see what's going on with Kanemaru. Kanemaru looks like he's badly injured on the knee. Somebody, one of the young lions, one of the staff members helps him out. The Cubs, if you will, gets him out. And yeah, I mean, I really hope Kanemaru, this is a work because, then the handicap match, which is at this point what it is, you got Evil, Sho, and Takahashi beating down on Tai Chi and Sonata until Doki comes in, okay, takes out the House of Torture. He comes in and basically, now and this is the thing, I saw the card, earlier, and I was like, why is Doki 1 on the, the card twice, and why is Kanemaru coming out? So this is what it was all leading up to. So, leaps at Dick, taking Dick out, okay? Show with a half-bat Boston Crab, though, on Doki, trying to now take out his knee. So Evil sends Doki to the barricades. The crowd is getting just really loud with chants for Doki. Doki is loved, okay? Takahashi with a pin attempt on Doki, who fires back, but Sho tagged in, wrenches the eyes of Doki. Tai Chi comes in, but gets taken out. Sho with a pin attempt. Doki slammed to the corner, and Sho tags in Evil. He throws a shirt at Sonata. And Sonata, came into his I am the 7th champion. Oh, man. At some point, he's going to just force that shirt onto Sonata. It's going to be disgusting. But it's going to be highly entertaining. So, more chance for Doki. You got Doki breaks out of a three pin attempts from Evil. Okay, close call on that last one. More chance, big chops, forearms to Evil, and gets the battling ram headbutt. Okay, so Sonata is now tagged in, showing Takahashi in to stop Sonata in his tracks, who then applies. Sonata though applies a ticket to paradise on Sho. And then lets Takahashi run into Sho. That was smart on Sonata. Then a leaping drop kick from the top by Sonata, looking great. Okay. Sho and Tai Chi trip up Sonata and Evil, though. Okay. Lariats to both Taka and Sho. Then an enziguri to Evil. Okay. Sonata tags Doki, who attacks Evil. Triple teamwork from just 5 guys. You got Doki up top, gets the double stomp as if he's being lifted, as Evil is being lifted by Sonata and Tai Chi. Sho and Taka make the save. Really thought that should have been it. But I felt like Evil could have taken a loss here, but a quick loss. Maybe they would have rolled out with the belts. But 2 roll-ups escaped, but then Doki applies the chokey on Evil. Again, I thought he was going to get him. Tai Chi kicks Evil hard in the head while he's in the chokey. Doki turns it into a pin attempt near fall. Dick throws a chair at the back of Doki as he was about to hit some sort of springboard. Evil capitalized with everything is Evil. And the rest of the, and that's it. Pinfall victory for House of Torture. They continue to attack Doki until Tai Chi and Sonata come in with chairs, and the House still carries the belts. I mean, really, I thought that it's bad. I mean, Sonata looks very frustrated. Tai Chi looks frustrated. I mean, Now what's happened is you've got Kanemaru, who's been attacked. You've got Doki, who's being beat up on. Taka's nowhere to be found, as he had just had a match, and he's probably tired. So, like, now the plan that I had for Just Five Guys to kind of come together is being slowly, they're being dismantled here. So the next night, we got for the 10th today, you got Doki, Taichi, Sonata, and Takamichinoku. Okay, so everyone but Kanemaru versus Dick Togo, Yujiro, Takahashi Sho, and Evil. I really hope that they're able to defeat the House of Torture for some capacity. I mean, that's should probably happen, but Evil's going to still run off with the belt, as we will show with the KOPW title that belongs to Taichi. So yeah, but it was a fun match, but kind of scary to watch, especially after what happened to Kanemaru. But really selling is Sonata as far as like his frustration with what's going on. I mean, it's going to set up for a great match. It's a cool feud between him and Evil. It's a nice kind of part of his reign. One of the things looking back at you'll think about as like a key moment is his feud with Evil. So I'm for it. And then other half of the opponents for the IWGP titles, Nichols, as opposed to Haste, it comes in for commentary. You got your fifth match, Satoshi Kojima versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the NJPW World Television title. So again, another TMDK member there to cheer on their guy, their frontman, Zack Sabre Jr. So Kojima competed alongside the challengers for the Never Openweight titles the night before. He's not going to need to be there now because the Never Openweight challenge is taking place right after. Apparently, he challenged Zack Sabre Jr. in the restroom for this. So there you go. Bell sounds. They do not lock up immediately, but they do. They do lock up. But Kojima takes the arm, so Zack with ease and grace reverses. Kojima, though, takes the leg, so Zack pushes him to the ropes for the break. Another lockup, headlock by Zack, and runs right into Kojima, who is the bigger of the two. Zack does a shot to the gut, whip to the corner, but Kojima right back with a shoulder tackle and starts popping the pecs like Super Macho Man or Soda Popinski from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Zack outside, sent to the barricades, then hard up to the apron, then a barricade, then the apron again. I'm just being tossed around like a rag doll. Back on the apron, Zack uses the rope, wraps the arms, boom, applies the arm, isolates the arm. Deja vu of the previous match with Oiwa. Back in the ring, Zack keeps his foot on the leg of Kojima, but proceeds to work the arm. Zack tells Kojima to come on. So Kojima hits the shoulder tackle, dodges the splash in the corner, delivers a machine gun chops to Zack. Irish whip and a strike, calls for his top rope move, but Zack quick to react, back to the arm. Sabre kicks Kojima, but then Kojima trips Sabre up. Big DDT on the apron by Kojima. Back in the ring, Kojima with forearms, a kick, and DDT. Kojima back for a stunner or a Koji cutter and reversed into Zack's armbar until Kojima gets his foot on the rope. Kojima and Zack exchange strikes. Kojima gets the upper hand and hits that Koji cutter. So it's looking good. I mean, Kojima's looking great. I felt like he had more of a chance of winning, than the previous night with Oiwa. Oiwa looked great, but Kojima's looking a little bit more like he has the opportunity. He's like he has more hope. So then you got Koji pulls off the elbow pad, tries to hit Zack. Zack hits the lariat, but cannot get Koji down. Koji just lifts one arm, and as Zack is trying to do another lariat, and Zack goes straight down. It looked great. Brainbuster by Kojima, near fall. The crowd is going nuts. That's the other thing. The crowd is loving Kojima. Okay. Yeah. So Zack hits the Zack driver. Cannot follow up with a pin attempt. More forearm exchanges once they're back up. Zack gets the Cobra twist applied. Kojima throws him off, hits the lariat. Both are down again until Kojima tries to make a pin attempt. Only two. Zack back up with a back suplex. Kojima with the CCD. It's kind of like a snowplow. Like I just had me thinking about Al Snow's snowplow. And then Zack able to kick out of a pin attempt. Kojima to the ropes. Zack catches him with a crucifix into the triangle. Koji tries to fight it out, but eventually Zack just kind of sits back, leans back on the arm. Coach has no choice but tap. So Nichols goes to check up on Zach. Saber signaling for the two tall boys. Apparently, they're going to have a couple drinks after that night. So there you go. And then we got Zach Saber. I mean, he's got another match. Again, he is defending his title. And that should be coming up, I want to say the 24th or the 17th, rather. I have to check that out. So I'll definitely be covering that when for the 17th. And I'll try to get a video in for 10th, but, we're getting awfully close. We're not close. We're getting into my work week at school. So here we go. But yeah, we still have two more matches. Great matches, by the way. This is a semi match and the final match of the night. The two kind of closers of the night really were the highlights of the night. I mean, that was a fun match, but these last two matches were pretty epic. So let's get right into it. Sixth match: Tomohiro Ishii, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada versus Tiger Mask, Hiroshi Tenzan, Togi Makabe. Okay, Makabe. For the never open weight 6-man tag team championship. I mean, gosh, Tiger Mask. I've been watching. I mean, this guy I knew about since I was a kid. PWI wrestling magazines just show off this guy all the time. He's like, who's Tiger Mask? This guy has been in a bunch of crazy matches throughout his career. What a seasoned career, just a jam packed full of memories. This guy. This one even had a little promo before the match covering like a feud between Ishii and Tenzan, going into Tenzan's history. I mean, going back to like 2003 when he like won G1. Just great stuff. Nice little promo package. And then you got comments from Makabe and Tiger Mask, a little bit from Ishii as well. So at the match, we got Tenzan versus Ishii. They start this off. You've got big chops by Ishii. Korakuen clubs is what they called it. Essentially Mongolian chops, kind of like by Tenzan, who seems to get the upper hand, but a big shoulder tackle by Ishii. Tags to Okada. Okay, and all three of the champs just start stomping Tenzan, including Tanahashi. And Tenzan, though, fires back at Okada with those clubs and tags Tiger Mask, who hits the crossbody and the kicks. Seems to be one or two steps ahead of Okada until Okada hits the flapjack. Tiger Mask is going to be in this ring for a long time. He's going to be isolated. And then a little interruption from each team, some of the teammates from both sides. Then a pin attempt by Okada, tagged to Tanahashi, who takes it to Tiger. Body slam, somersault from the second rope, turnbuckle, grabs the leg, drags Tiger to his corner, tags in Ishii, more chops from Ishii, see where this is going. Tiger fires back, but not enough for Ishii. Okada tagged in, delivers a power slam, then attacks Makabe, sends Makabe to the barricade, tagged to Tanahashi, lifts Tiger, who fights back with a slap to the face, delivers the dragon screw, right? So you think he has an opening until Ishii runs to the opposite corner, just clearing the whole side to clear up that option. Okada in the ring, body slam to Tiger, goes up to the top, but Tiger cuts him off, tries to hit a Tiger driver, does not, does hit this beautiful arm drag from the top rope, so sets him up to tag Makabe. And then tag to Tanahashi, big shoulder tackle by Makabe, fist to the head, in on the corner, and the lariat, near fall forearms from Tanahashi, and a twist and shout delivered. Then a tag to Ishii, who attacks Tenzan in the corner. Back to Makabe with chops. Irish whip reverse and clothesline, but Ishii's just right back up with that suplex. And Makabe's back up too. Hits a snap power slam. Beautiful tag to Tenzan. And this match is going to be going on for a little bit longer. You got heel kick to Ishii, Korakuen clubs to Ishii. In the corner, Irish whip. Splash, then hits the brainbuster near fall. I really did think that the veterans, the real veterans here, were going to win this. So at this point, Tenzan tries to hit an exploder, can't do it. Tiger in the ring, though, tries to hit Ishii with the Tiger driver. Okada in the ring with a DDT to Tiger Mask. The champs triple team and hit a massive DDT. But Makabe saves Tenzan, then is sent out. Headbutts by Tenzan to Ishii. Ishii hits the lariat. Tenzan gets back up, and another lariat from Ishii, and he's back up again. These guys are going to just keep getting right back up from their attacks. Ishii hits the Enziguri and another lariat, and a very near fall. Ishii goes for the brainbuster, but Tenzan fights off until Makabe sends Ishii down with the lariat. Okada and Tanahashi with the double team to Maccabi, then Tiger Mask in to kind of even things out. Tiger Mask hits a Tiger backbreaker after Maccabi hits that lariat onto Tanahashi. So, yeah, they're both taking out Okada and Tanahashi at this point. Now the challengers can triple team Ishii. Tiger Driver delivered, King Kong knee, then the Tenzan headbutt, and a massive DDT by Tenzan. I really thought that was it. That would have been perfect ending to this match. And then, but Ishii just, he kicks out. So Tanahashi, Tanahashi saves the day, saves Ishii. Very close, very, very, near fall. Headbutt to Ishii, headbutts Ishii, Anaconda Buster by Tenzan, another near fall. Tenzan goes to the top. Okada grabs a hold of him for a German. Tanahashi, Sling Blade, Tiger Mask. Now the champs are coming back. Tenzan fights the two with Korakuen Club, sliding headbutt though. Eventually he's taken down, and Ishii hits that sliding headbutt after a landslide from Okada. Then Ishii hits that brainbuster. It's the nail to the coffin. Pinfall. Champs retain. Match of the night at this point. It might be the match of the night. It was great with a definitive finish. I was expecting some love from the champs to just shake these guys' hands and give them some respect, but not so much. It's still kind of like, taunting them a little bit, showing off their belts. I didn't really like that the way that kind of ended storyline wise. I kind of felt like they could, because they're not heels, they're faces, more or less, and I guess they're kind of neutral now, kind of weird to explain, but Tenzan seemed a little pissed. Tiger Mask, Maccabi. It's kind of weird, but kind of like, I guess, anticlimactic kind of finish there with the after the match. Everything else was great. I just wish that there was a little bit of closure between these guys and to show that, they put on a hell of a match. So, especially at their age. Come on. And the commentators were commenting on that too. It's just amazing how well these guys performed, the level at which they perform at their amount of experience. Each guy's got like close to, especially on the challengers, like 30 plus years. So yeah, it's a great match. Highly recommend that one. Seventh match, final match. You got an LIJ match versus UE. Los Ingobernables de Japón versus United Empire. This is a no time limit elimination match. So I didn't realize we got a Survivor Series match on our hands. Okay, so with another added rule where if you get thrown over the top rope, you are eliminated. So submissions, pinfalls, and over the top rope will get you eliminated. So I'm liking the United Empire music as they come out. Definitely feeling that. Newman, he's now called the Prince of Pace, and that makes sense appropriately. He's rocking that United Empire shirt. So he's in the ranks. He's firmly within the ranks of the United Empire. There's a big stare off between Khan and Shingo. Ospreay's like literally trying to offer the belt to Yoda, who's just like, no. It's basically saying, come and get it, Ospreay calls out Yoda to start this match. He's like, just come on, bring it. And so they started off. Yoda chants are very loud, okay? Ospreay chants are loud too. Yoda takes the arm. Ospreay able to flip over, counters everything Yoda has for him, and takes Yoda to the ropes for a not so clean break. But then Yoda chops the hell out of Ospreay, and here we go. Huracan exchanges, beautiful arm drag, and shoulder tackle by Yoda. Really, really impressive. Yoda is taking it to another level. I don't know if he worked a little bit of practice with Ospreay on this, and if they've been like he showed off things I have never seen Yoda do, showing off what like abilities that I had no idea this guy could do. He is on another level. I'm telling you, he's going to be something else. Give him a year or two, and he's going to be either the ultimate superstar for New Japan, or he's going to just come to the States, because we need a guy like this. So amazing, just amazing. His combinations. Okay, he's such a big dude that he makes it look so seamless that he just looks like somebody out of freaking Street Fighter. Like one of the bigger characters on Street Fighter that land these crazy moves, but with such impact. That's devastating. So yeah. Let me see. So Shingo's tagged in. okay, by Yoda. Goes to work, hits the suplex, almost goes after Khan, who drops off the apron. It's like, no. So big hammer though by Naito, who's in the ring. At this point, you see Ospreay is isolated. So Takahashi tagged in, drops the hammer on the arm of Ospreay. Yoda drops the Hiromu onto Ospreay for a pin attempt. Takahashi hits a clothesline to Ospreay in the corner, but Ospreay catches him, drops Hiromu on the ropes, and hits the running boot full speed ahead. And then United Empire comes in to back up Ospreay. And here we go. Cobb sends Naito over the barricades, and Ari tagged in, a headbutt. Then Cobb tagged in, double headbutt Takahashi. Cobb with a lackadaisical cover. Then he lifts Takahashi and runs around with him, okay, with the suplex. He's got the suplex and he's running around the ring. Lands him on a corner. Newman tagged in, stomps Takahashi. Then that pitcher, that kind of baseball pitcher slap, chop, whatever you want to call it, very loud, snapmare, quick pin attempt. Then in the headlock, a knee. Then Khan tags himself in to deliver the Mongolian chops to Romu in the corner. And the Emperor Throne, he does that. And here comes just a barrage of attacks from United Empire. Pulls the arms to apply more pressure, does Khan. First, you get a drop kick from Newman to Takahashi, who's in this little Emperor seat throne thing in the corner. I don't know what you call it. Then just a headbutt by Cobb right into the keister. And this is what I love. I love Jeff Cobb because he sells the headbutt to the butt. And he's like, oh, my head. So clearly he's okay, but it's a nice sell. I appreciate that. Then you got just a chop to the ass by Ospreay. Khan, what does he do? Let me think. Oh, no, then Hanare just, Khan's still on top of him. So Hanare just delivers his fierce punch right into the butt cheek. Look a little brutal. So yeah. Then they all five members. This is just great. Khan, let's see. I'm trying to remember now. LIJ comes in and they see enough. Okay, they're like, they try to stop United Empire. And Hiromu is saved to being like thrown out of the. Let's see. Look, they're sent back out. So this is why I was a little confusing because LIJ comes in to try to like make the save, but they're all taken out. So Hiromu Takahashi is still left alone with all five members of United Empire. They're circling him. He's looking at them like, what the hell am I supposed to do? So he just starts chopping each one of them at a time. They're all taking it, just smiling. And after he finally stops, Ospreay gives him a little clap, like, good job, buddy. And then they just start pounding him down. It was great. Great little moment. They lift him up to throw him over the ring. And then LJ saves him from being eliminated. So that was good. Snapmare, kick, senton by Hanare to Takahashi. More fight left, and Taku hits the DDT for the counter. Here comes the high tag to Naito. Atomic drop and a drop kick to Cobb. Cobb's a legal man. Running kick to the face of Cobb, who then catches Naito, drops Naito, but does not hit the leg drop. Grabs the arm, lariat. It's the lariat, but misses the standing moonsault. A drop kick from Naito. Tag to Shingo. Takes out the United Empire member on the apron. Then back to Cobb with the attack until Cobb grabs hold and hits the overhead belly to back suplex. Looks vicious. Tag to Newman, who lands the Hurricane. The Hurricane Rana. On Shingo, then a springboard lariat. Khan in the ring to clear up LIJ. Double team on Shingo, who hits the DDT on Khan, but gets hit with an enziguri from Newman for a close near fall. Newman then with the roundhouse misses the first, but gets the second. However, Shingo lands the lariat to eliminate Newman. Khan keeping control of Shingo, though, right afterwards with the headlock, the claw, as well as strikes until Shingo backs up. Is back up with forearms, but Khan back up with the Mongolian chops. Back suplex from Shingo, boot from Khan, double clothesline. Both are still up, but Khan with that hard punch sends Shingo down. Then the claw by Khan. In the corner, Shingo over the top after another punch. Newman kicked to the barricades, still there. Shingo hammers down on Khan, who then hits the Eliminator, and both are now out. So Shingo's eliminated, but Khan and Newman have been eliminated. So it's still handicapped. Bushi now in with Hanare. Rewind kick to Hanare. Big punch from Hanare, but the Justice Knee missed, and Bushi eliminates Hanare. I like that. Bushi wasn't in that much. Ospreay comes in, though, with Stormbreaker. Bushi avoids that, but not the hidden blade. He gets pinned. Bushi's eliminated. Yoda now takes off his shirt, goes after Ospreay, strikes exchange. Yoda laughs, big strikes, then the chop. But Yoda from Ospreay, but then Yoda hits this backbreaker into a stomp with authority. I mean, doesn't even have to jump; he just stomps him. It looks so brutal. You got to go back and see Yoda. Yoda now, I think, has the greatest stomp. That one-legged stomp that I think better than anybody else, including Seth Rollins, because he doesn't even have to jump. He makes it look really, really good. So the crowd's going crazy too. They're loving this, and for good reason. Ospreay with a thrust kick and a powerbomb, but Naito saves Yoda, and they're on the apron eventually, Yoda and Ospreay. They fight each other until Yoda just essentially so many crazy moves, and it looked like Ospreay has the upper hand, but essentially Yoda sacrifices himself by stomping Ospreay into the floor. Like, he looked crazy good, but eliminated. He eliminates himself, and so now Taka and Naito Takahashi and Naito are on Cobb, trying to double team. Cobb back up. Cobb hits a back body to Naito, then catches Taka with a power bomb over the top rope, eliminating him. And so it's down to Naito and Cobb. And you get an insecurity by Naito. Tries to hit Esperanza, but gets caught. DDT into a roll up, only 2. Goes for Destino. Cobb almost eliminated, but then goes over the top. Nice kick from Naito, elbows. Cobb grabs a hold of Naito, almost a suplex, super kick to Naito. Cobb leaps over the top rope, trips Naito. That's combination. Then drop kick to Naito again. Another beautiful drop kick. The second time, a previous match. I said it was like the key move to kind of catch Naito off his guard, and sure enough, he uses the drop kick to eliminate Naito for the United Empire victory. So, yeah, I mean, that's what it's going to take if he's going to win, which I don't think he's going to win. But at least that's how he gets the upper hand at times with Naito. So, yeah, it was a good match. Definitely enjoyed it. Definitely it makes me really excited to see Tsuji versus Ospreay. I really think that's going to be a great match. I think the Ospreay is a great, Tsuji and Ospreay, they're great dance partners for each other. So definitely curious to see as to, obviously, Jeff Cobb and Naito, but now you got Great Khan and possibly Shingo and Nare. We'll talk about what's in store for Nare in a moment. But yeah, so Bushi, not sure what's going to happen, what's going to go on with him, and of course Callum Newman looking good. He's got plenty of time to marinate. Cobb on the mic, though, calls out to the cameraman, says, "Look over here, 2 days in a row in Korakuen Hall. Lots of orange chairs yesterday, but tonight we got United Empire's main event, and it's sold out." Basically saying, we keep the audience filled. Cobb says he's punching his ticket to Tokyo Dome. Basically come October, he's going to punch his ticket to Tokyo Dome and win that contract. And he essentially ends the night calling out all the names of the United Empire, just like Naito does for LIJ. Did it? Called out everybody. Made it sound really good. Then you go to the backstage. You got Ospreay giving props to Newman and Yota Tsuji, the new up-and-comers. Hanare is talking about Kingston. And that's the thing. Hanare, I mean, he calls out Kingston. He's like, "Well, I'm still looking for you. You've been ducking me." Eventually they're going to have a match. And Nari's going after that title that is on the waist of Kingston, that strong title, strong openweight title. We'll see. I think, yeah. I mean, if Kingston is going to drop it, if he's going to focus on AEW, he is back. He's got plenty to do with Claudio Castagnoli. I mean, he could drop the title to Nari. I could definitely see Nari holding that title. Tells him to stop running from him. But before they all leave, Cobb says, new era, United Empire. So, yeah, there you have it. I mean, let's look at some of this card, though. We've got It will be Bushi, Takagi, and Naito versus Hanare, Great Khan, and Jeff Cobb. So maybe we do have a little segment between Bushi and Hanare. I don't know if that's quite right for them because Bushi is kind of the definitely does not have the Hanare definitely has size advantage, but so does Cobb versus Naito. So this will be very interesting to see. Ospreay won't be in the middle of this, so I could see Bushi and Takagi and Naito win. You got Yota Tsuji and Takahashi versus Newman and Ospreay, so you might see a little program between Newman and Takahashi. But again, Takahashi has got a lot going on with Rush, Rush and Mike Bailey. So I don't see Newman, really having any much of a program with Takahashi. But this is mainly about Ospreay versus Tsuji. I think Tsuji and Takahashi will get a victory over Ospreay and Newman. Going back to Cobb, Great Khan, and Hanare, they might get the win. I know Naito is going to. I'm pretty damn sure that he's going to hold on to this contract. So yeah, pretty much covered all the matches that are taking place for the 10th. You got Toru Yano and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Yo and Ryusuke Taguchi. Not sure where that's going, but Yo and Ryusuke Taguchi work really well together. So I like seeing those two tag up. You got Tiger Mask, Makabe, Togi Makabe, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, and Jado. Interesting. Jado's coming out of the works from the Guerrillas of Destiny. They're taking on Oscar Lube, Yuto Nakashima, Tomoaki Hanma, Satoshi Kojima. Just kind of a jigsaw puzzle mashed up, So that's just the first match to start things off. So it's not a bad card. It's Road to Destruction, Yuji Nagata Produce, Blue Justice 13. Okay. A lot going on here. So yeah, not really sure what's going on with all this information, but yeah, it's going to be Sunday. So it's today. It took place at 4:00 in Japanese time. Yeah. Door was at 2:30. So yeah, I mean, I know I'm running a little behind, but what can I do? I got a lot to do, and prepare for school. I got work tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of just my way of, getting out my last little review before the week starts. I'll try to get in another review for the 10th for today's card. And then I can, take a little break until the 17th. Okay. Yeah. And we've got, just want to look at the schedule coming up. We got, obviously there will be, the 17th, and then you got the 24th. I will be out of town for that night. So I will give predictions for Destruction in Kobe, but, I'll have to, give you my feedback on the actual card when I get back. And then we got another Road to Destruction September 30th. And then you got that big card in October. So that's all that stuff's, going to be important for New Japan World. So yeah, it's been great. Like I said, good card, great build up to the 24th. I will see you guys soon. Hopefully I can get another review in tomorrow night. If not, hopefully the latest I'll get it in on Tuesday. And on that note, I am leaving you guys. Hope you have a great week. Hope you had a fun weekend. And please make sure to hit that like button. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my videos. And once again, you can always catch me at Channel Cortez 33 on Twitter and Instagram. So y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all soon. Take care.